Hello there, you guys. This is going to be your daily tarot guidance reading for Wednesday, February the 7th, 2018. So let's go ahead and tune into the energies collectively, and I will be using the Lover's Path Tarot. Okay, so Divine Spirit, I ask for highest guidance, truth, and clarity for the collective energies for Wednesday, February the 7th, 2018. For those who are meant to hear this message, Divine Spirit, may it be clear, accurate, insightful, and of healing. Okay? If you guys are looking for a quick mini reading with me, one question or multiple questions, in a quick response, you guys can reach me on Instantgo, which is a mobile app where you can get a quick reading with me. Excuse me. If you guys are also looking for a personal and full in-depth reading with me, you guys can check out my website at waluchildreadings.com. Okay. And also, if you guys want to follow me on social media, all of my information will be in the description box below. Just be sure to read everything before purchasing a reading with me. Thank you. Oh, and as a heads up, if my website's it's giving you a hard time with purchasing a reading, please email me and let me know. My email is also in the description box below. Thank you. All right. Divine Spirit, ask for highest guidance and highest truth and clarity for the collective for Wednesday, February the 7th, 2018. What is the energy that surrounds the collective? Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Let me lay this on bare. Like Wisdom, which is the High Priestess. The Emperor. Balance, which is the Temperance. A lot of majors. What's that? 4 of Swords. 4 of Arrows, actually, in this deck. Bottom card is Desire, which is the Chariot card. Okay. Alright, so the 8 of Coins or the 8 of Pentacles is the overall energy. So I feel like this is a day possibly of, I feel like overanalyzing, even though it has nothing to do with the mind. It's a lot of overanalyzing or working to figure out something or get more information. You're very focused on something or perfecting something or feeling like something needs, I'm hearing precise, I don't know. Something needs further detail or something needs further, I'm hearing protection, but I feel like this is perfection. This is the sign of Virgo, so this could resonate with some of you who are Virgos, or it could just be the energy of hard work for some of you, perfecting something that you've been working on for a long time, some investments that you're working on and continuing to working on, or continuing to work on, or perfecting your craft in some sense. Maybe some of you are focused too much on the detail of this, whatever it is. So the challenge was the High Priestess card, okay, which is the Wisdom card in this deck. So for some of you, you're having a hard time with the information that you have within, or you're having a hard time with discerning if it's coming from you or if it's coming from your ego or if it's an influence of someone else. Some of you guys kind of feel intimidated by someone else. Okay, maybe you feel like you need a second opinion on something from someone else or about someone else. Others of you are having a hard time with tapping into this information intuitively, gaining the clarity that you're seeking. You're putting a lot of energy into better clarity or making sure you're making the right decisions or choices. For some of you, you're not getting the answers from others. Maybe you feel like people will judge you, or maybe you feel like people are being judgmental. Whatever the case may be, you're struggling with gathering some information. Then you have the Emperor in your approach to the situation, your suggested approach. So 2 heads are obviously better than 1. You can't run the empire without the Empress or without the Emperor. So it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It could just represent someone else close to you or people that are close to you whom you trust, that maybe you do need a second opinion, or maybe you do need to ask for advice in some sense, or just ask for help, because whatever you're trying to do on your own, I feel like you're overdoing it, and it might require some people to help you or to put in some sort of effort with you, to perfect this. And it may not even need perfection, but I feel like this energy is 2 heads are better than one. It's okay to be independent and do things on your own, but sometimes even the emperor, he can't run his empire without his empress. So, sometimes you do need the help of others close to you. And it doesn't make you any less, independent or confident or, capable. It doesn't take away from that. So you have the 4 of Swords, and this is in your focus position. I feel like your focus, you might need to rest a little bit on these things. Like, you're not going to get the answer you're seeking about a relationship or about someone else or about a situation, being too hands-on in the situation. Sometimes it calls for us to take a step back, revert from overanalyzing a situation or being too involved in a situation, especially if there's other people involved or if divine spirit is involved, things are unfolding. It's like we want things to pick up the pace when we want them to. And it could be that there's another person involved. You're trying to work on something yourself, but there's others that are involved with this situation. There's 2 people in almost every card, every card except for the 8 of Pentacles, because your conclusion is the Balance card, which is Temperance. So in order to have that balance between you and another person or the situation, you're going to have to include someone else or take another person or multiple people into consideration. That it's not just about you, that there's others involved and their free will, their time, their journey is involved. You know what I mean? So I feel like there needs to be a level of compassion and patience involved with divine timing and with others involved or another person. It doesn't take away the connection. It doesn't take away the importance of yourself or another person, because the connection is still going to stand, or the situation is not going to go away, whatever it is. But there is a need for patience, and there is a need for compassion, or patience for not just the timing, but patience with another person or others involved, and a level of understanding and being at peace with that. Okay. Then can, things move forward. Okay, I got this message already in a reading. And with the Chariot card, it's like usually it's a one person driving the chariot with 2 horses, black and white. So it represents polar opposites. So in order for things to move for things to be successful and move successfully, everyone has to share not the same exact, it's not that you have to be duplicates of one another, but you have to share some sort of commonality, saying we're in a partnership, a romantic one, and I want to get married but you don't. So one horse is moving forward towards marriage, and another horse is detouring towards being single. So it's like that chariot's not going to move forward. It's going to fall apart. The wheels are going to fall off if we try to move too fast. But if we're both on the same accord, okay, I want marriage, and the other person's like, I'm not really considering that, but because it's you, that might be something I'm desiring. That might be something I want down the line. Okay, so at least we know where we are. We can kind of move forward together. But if it's like one person wants this and the other person doesn't, the horse is not going to move forward. So you have to take into consideration that everyone else has their free will and their own desires. And if they don't coexist together, it's not going to work. This could be in any situation. It could be multiple people involved. It could be a job. It could be something else. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's just the cards that I choose, I have couples on them. But I feel like it does have a significant meaning, There's something about it that stands out. So, or needed to be needed to come out in the reading, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and look at the love energy. Maybe we can get further insight on this. So I'm going to ask Divine Spirit to tune into the matters of the heart. Thank you. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving in this deck. I'm sorry, baby. Okay. He's sleeping like a baby. I'm sure he doesn't mind. Okay. Divine Spirit, rise, guidance, truth, and clarity for the collective in the matters of the heart and love, relationships, partnerships for Wednesday, February the 7th, 2018. Okay. Got the Emperor again. So we have find balance, which is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a need for balance. So this is that energy of give and take with the giving and receiving. So everyone benefits from whatever end they're on, but it has to be a balance and equal exchange of energy. So this could be multiple people that are involved or people that you love and care about. This could be a family situation. It could just be people, third parties involved. Doesn't have to be love triangles, but let's just say, a family. One person's family is dictating their life, and it's hard for them to be in a relationship with anyone because they have overbearing parents or whatever the case may be. So there's a need for exchanging of, has to be mutual, it has to be reciprocal, but if it's not, then it's going to cause that imbalance. It's going to be a lack of harmony. Number 6 is about harmony and balance and partnerships and unconditional love. It's also going to take unconditional love to give and receive from a place of unconditional, where it's not, I'm just giving to get something back, or I'm just taking it to take advantage of someone because I know that they care about me, or I know that they'll always be there. They're always going to be, because they're my family, I can just do this and that to them. It's not going to run like that. It's only going to cause more imbalance. So this is the overall energy. The challenge and obstacle with this is that you are going to have to break free from some people that don't serve you, or a person, or a certain pattern. There's something that limits you in love or keeps you from, this is the Star card traditionally, but it's healing, a card of healing in this deck. So it's like, in order for you to fully be in alignment with your truth and what it is that you really want for yourself, you are going to have to release some things that don't serve you and some people that don't serve you anymore. It's not a bad thing, and you have to look past that feeling sorry for other people or feeling bad or feeling guilty because you feel like it's time to break away. If a relationship is not serving you, whether it's your best friend, a lover that you've been with, family, sometimes you do have to separate yourself or place boundaries with people that you love, because it's keeping you from your highest desires. If you have an overbearing mother that's keeping you from someone that you love and care about, or someone that you're dating, or someone you want to be with because they don't like the way she is, or, if it's a valid reason, I understand that. But if it's because they want to control you and they don't want you to be happy unless it's what they want for you, you're going to have to put the brakes on that. It calls for that sometimes. Friends that keep you in trouble, or friends that you're just not evolving with these people. They're not growing. They're not trying to better themselves, but you are, but you're still trying to, kind of lower yourself to fit in with them. It's only keeping the shackles there, but you have to free yourself. And this is going to be a hard test for you. This is a divine lesson. This is a major arcana card. So this is something that you're being divinely inspired to do, or you're being tested. As far as your focus goes, you have the base chakra. So, or your suggested approach. So your suggested approach with the base chakra, I feel like, is to approach the situation in the, not logical, but the most mature way as possible and most stable and grounded way. You don't want to make any decisions coming from an overly emotional place, or overly anxious and anxiety or guilt or fearful base, thought space, whatever, thinking patterns, whatever. You don't want to come from that space. You want to make sure that you're balanced within yourself, and that you're seeing things clearly, and that you're coming from a place of truth, and that what you're doing is just, And not only are you taking it into considerations for you or yourself. So, for example, let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, or a romantic one with someone, and this person, you're not happy with this person, you feel like you're settling, or you just feel selfish, like I don't want no one else to have them, like I'm not really happy with him or her, but I don't want anyone else to have them, or I would hate to see them move on to somebody else and then I'm gonna be single type of thing. So it's selfish to keep them and keep yourself away from someone who's really good for you, someone who's really meant to be with you. So you have to come from a place of love and consideration for everyone's highest good. So as far as your focus, this is love. So this is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is about choices. It's not always just about, romance and soulmate connections and all of that. It's about choosing things in the matters of the heart from your higher truth. You have to make those decisions, and it is going to require a lot of testing of faith and a lot of lessons involved with these connections with people. And these might be soul connections involved. These might be people that you have as a soul family. These could be your own family members. These could be people that you've known for years, or someone that you've been with for years, or someone that you really love and care about. But you have to make a choice and a decision for your highest good within consideration of others. So you have to focus on making the best decision and choice for yourself, but at the same time in the best for others, not from a place of selfishness and, settling and conditional love and manipulation and control. Yeah, you might love him or her, but are you good for each other? You have to keep it real, and that's hard to do. Yeah, that might be your homeboy for life, but is he really serving you, or are you just staying stuck and stagnant? That might be your homegirl, or might be someone that you've been cool with for years. But if she's not bettering her life and you're trying to better your life, and she's making you feel bad, or calling you, bougie, or I don't know where this is coming from, but calling you bougie, or telling you think you're better than everybody, or, so-and-so, you're not real if you do that, and blah, blah, blah. Or you're trying to settle down and be with one person, and your friends are, just trying to run around in the streets with different men or women. How is that going to serve you and what you're trying to do? Your goals and your desires, your parents telling you that they don't want you to do this in life, but you want to do the opposite. How is that going to serve you later on? You're going to be a miserable individual if you settle for what everybody else wants and what they're doing when it's opposite of what your heart wants. Then you have lead, which is the Emperor again. So you had that in the other spread. So this is your conclusion. You are going to have a second opinion or a voice of reason in this. And it might be someone outside of the situation that has a message that gives you that clarity. It could also be that this is your higher self. You're going to have to go with your intuition on this. Take your lessons that you've learned and be the leader of your own life. You can't allow others to dictate your own life. If you're building an empire for you and someone that you love, or just for yourself in some sense, you can't, it sounds fucked up, but the peasants in the castle or the empire, if the emperor listened to them, he wouldn't really be running anything. The whole empire would just fall apart. It would just deteriorate. It wouldn't progress. It wouldn't grow. People wouldn't respect him. They would walk all over him if he didn't have his own vision, and if he didn't believe in himself and didn't follow his own truth. No one would respect him. They would continue to walk all over him. He would continue to be unhappy. So, you're going to have to find balance with this energy, or make some decisions, weigh the pros and the cons of some things. And because there's a lot of major arcana cards in this spread, I would say that this is, something that is not just a overnight situation. This might be something that you've been contemplating for a long time, or this is something that you need to stop procrastinating on and just make a decision. And it might not be a decision that you can make right away, but at least consider what needs to be done and not brush it under the rug, because it's only going to continue to haunt you and stalk you until you confront it. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card with the Romance Angels again. Like I said, throughout the whole February, we'll do love energy readings. I will be doing how does he or she feel readings soon. I just need to make sure I catch up with everything else going on in my life. And take care of my client readings too. Get some rest. But I promise it will be out this month. Alright, so I'm going to do 3 cards again. So if you have, I'm sorry, Bear. If you have 3 numbers, 1 or 2 or 3 numbers that you're attracted to, in a situation that's on your mind and on your heart, whether it's a romantic situation or just in the matters of the heart, to meditate on the number or the situation or question that you have. And Divine Spirit asks for highest guidance, truth, and clarity for those who are watching, and to tune into their energy of whatever it is that they wish to know and understand, the answer that they're seeking, the guidance or advice that they're seeking, whatever message that you have for them, Divine Spirit, that it be of clarity, insight, and healing and accuracy for each and every one of them. Thank you. Okay, so card 1. Okay, group 2. Okay, group 3. So for those of you who've chosen card 1, you have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations with deception. So not everything is as it seems. So if someone is coming into your life and they might seem like, you know, they're not what you're used to, so you might second guess them, or you might think that they're too good to be true. I feel like Spirit's telling you to use your discernment with this person. Like, you never just want to ignore your intuition, but you have to be reasonable also that this is a new person, and you do have to give them some room to, you know, show you the benefit of the doubt that they are, in fact, someone new, something different. So therefore, not everybody, just because they're not what you're used to, that doesn't mean that they're, you know, full of BS or that there's some deception behind it. So give them a chance to show you, you know, the real them. And you also have to be authentic in the situation as well and show your true self and not, you know, guard yourself and protect yourself out of fear. Okay. So card 2, those of you who've chosen card 2, you have chemistry. It says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. With codependency, it says addictions are affecting your love life. So it could be that there's a bit of a strong tie between you and another person. It could be on the levels of kind of being toxic or, you know, an unhealthy connection, because there is a strong chemistry. There is a connection there. So it could be a bit of an obsessive energy coming from one or another, one or another, whoever, one of you. Or, you know, like I said, it could be that there's some toxicity within the connection because it is very strong. And sometimes these strong, intense connections, they do hold a lot of, you know, baggage and a lot of unhealed or undealt with karma. So it could very well be that this is a connection that you're having to break free of codependency, you know, and releasing certain patterns that affect you in your romantic relationships or relationships, period. Okay, so card 3, those of you who are drawn to card 3, it says separation. Their time apart from your partner is on the horizon and very soon. So some of you guys have to make a decision whether or not you're willing to leave someone behind. Have you fully let go of someone from your past in order to move forward? Or are you in a relationship that you know you need to let go of? Some of you guys might need to make that decision. That you're willing to separate or not. Or some of you guys may be in separation with someone and you guys need to be clear whether or not you want to keep it that way, or are you willing to give each other another second chance or another shot. Those are the energies that I'm picking up. So that's your reading, you guys. I hope that it resonates with whoever it's meant to resonate with. And I send you guys much love. Until the next reading, peace.